Hi everybody, welcome back to a week of dinner inspo. So the first meal here, I just made some lemon peppercorn wings, and then I paired it with some naan bread, Kraft macaroni and cheese, a little bit of rice and green beans, as well as a little bit of a fresh fruit assortment. Very good. This was Sunday, I believe, and everybody loved it and cleaned their plate. On the next day, I just threw together a roast in my cast iron skillet. In here, I obviously have my roast topped with a little bit of onions for flavor, some beef broth, under there, as well as some green beans, carrots, and potatoes. And then I also had some asparagus, and I paired this meal with a nice dinner roll because what a lovely meal, you guys. I just made some zucchini muffins real quick, and I thought I would just bring you guys along and show you a little bit of how I made it. Now, every time I seem to use a different recipe online, and they always turn out pretty good, fairly similar. They always have a very moist and cinnamony kind of note almost. You can barely taste any zucchini at all if that would kind of turn you off of them. They're very, very good and kind of like banana muffins. I would definitely compare them to, and my family always loves them when I make them. So these are those. And the next night I just made a dish that I commonly order when we go to a Mexican restaurant nearby. It basically is kind of like a salsa with either some shrimp or steak, and in this salsa there's just a lot of cucumbers and a lot of avocado, and then I also like to top it with some lemon and lime and then just stir it up real good. And I actually incorporated the shrimp into this mixture, and then what I'm going to do next is just add it to a tortilla, and honestly, very good meal. I also did the very same thing with steak, and I also put a little bit of the mixture onto some blue corn chips. So this was this meal. It was honestly very good. The next night, I just tried out these chicken chips, they're called. Very good. I like when the chicken is very thin, so had it with some macaroni, salad, and asparagus. Now here, I'm going to be showing you how I make spaghetti. I love to make spaghetti homemade when all the tomatoes are in season. So here I am just showing you my sauce, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making a meat sauce, and I'm going to be making a regular sauce because there's parts of my family that like the meat sauce and parts of my family that just like the plain tomato sauce. So, roll the montage. Now with my spaghetti, I also just made some stuffed bell peppers because I had those on hand in harvest as well, so I just decided to make both with the meat mixture. Delicious. Now the next day I decided to make a beef stew of sorts. I love to use beef broth and then put in chunks of pot roast as well as potatoes, green beans, and carrots, and it's honestly just such a healthy meal. I love using my cast iron skillet because cast iron skillets naturally incorporate some iron into your meal too if you do not get enough, and I just love how that works. So here I am just adding my organic beef broth and making my soup.
So I
I'm just spooning it up and pairing it with a little bit of crackers. The next day I made a stir fry. In the stir fry, we've had it before. It's very simple and I love making it on quick nights when I have to work. So it is just some chicken, bell peppers, broccoli, and some carrot shreds. And then I love to just pair this with a little bit of rice. So here is my plate for you guys. It's just some rice, the chicken, and then of course a little bit of orange as well as a dinner roll. I just love those dinner rolls. The next day we went out for dinner, so here I am showing you guys all of that. We went to an Italian place and it was okay. We had some French onion soup, a Greek salad, what I'm showing you guys right here. My daughter got some pesto tortellini, my husband got a pizza, and then I got a lasagna.